Welcome back. We opened the show talking about crypto and the cryptocurrency industry. Interesting fact, when Kevin McCarthy was Speaker of the House, that was from January to October 2023. In the 2022 election cycle, the crypto industry spent $4.6 million on federal elections. As we said at the top of the show, that industry spent $119 million on federal elections last year. Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, here with me now.
Hey, family.
That's a big change. That's got to be the biggest structural money change in politics in Washington.
Yeah, but you get this with different industries. I think what's happened with the crypto industry.
But they're way beyond the big banks, insurance, and big oil now. They're the biggest one in town.
Yeah, they are, and people didn't realize it. What happened was they got frustrated, and it's a mass group of people, the individual people that hadn't been involved before.
In politics.
In politics, investing, and it's kind of a libertarian field. They don't pick one party or the other.
No, Republicans and Democrats,
Yeah.
they want lots of representatives.
They want
as far as they can get
crypto legislation. They don't pick certain legislation. They don't want to benefit to themselves. They just want to be legitimate, right? And they were what made them rise.
And they want lawmakers to legitimize what crypto
they wanted. Well, it almost forced lawmakers to understand. I mean, America doesn't understand what's the difference between a cryptocurrency and a stable coin.
Right, or a meme coin, right.
Yeah. Now, you know, when you think about a stable coin.
And there are some gradations in there. It's not easy.
It helps our currency because they take that money. And you don't really think of a stable coin like you're going to use it in America, but it's very beneficial. Argentina, the people who are unbanked, right? And they have high inflation, but they love the dollar. They don't want to carry it all around. And so they put into a stable coin, which is a digital dollar. They take that money and they go buy our treasury. I mean, you take like a Tether, who's like the 18th largest holder of our trade, more money than Germany buying our trade. So it's good for America. Then a cryptocurrency is a different digital currency, right? It could go up in value. It's not tagged to the dollar. And some people, I still believe long-term Bitcoin is the only one because it's finite of how much you could have it.
Right.
It's legitimate. It looks like a gold investment.
Closed at more than $100,000 today.
Yeah, you watched it just continue to rise. And what you have to do now is force members to understand about it. And now they've got to put legislation behind it to make sure you could utilize it. But government before was prosecuting these people. So that's the difference. Are
there legitimate concerns about fraud, money laundering, supporting drug trafficking, terrorism, and the like, because it is an anonymous currency? Okay, so let me take you back because I spent a lot of time studying it. If you went back before cryptocurrency, that was the dollar. Okay. Right? Okay. So whatever they have, they could use. It just runs in a different direction. But because it's blockchain, this is what I predict in the future. You look like at USAID. When America gives money to another country, there's a lot of fraud, right? What if we gave that in a stable coin and you could follow it by blockchain? You'd take away that. What has happened early in the industry? Yeah, there were some bad players utilizing it. But I'll tell you now, it's really cleaned up. Bankman-Fried, yeah. Right. Well, in his situation, you didn't have the federal government putting the regulations behind it, so they're sitting down in Bahamas and there's no regs, right? And they're using their money wildly. That's why government actually doing regulation today. Haggerty has the Genius Act; it would do more. And Bill Haggerty said, yeah, and then they're got to do market structure will be coming next. French Hill is very exceptionally bright. He's a former Treasury, owned a bank, understand financial services, And I think you're going to see both parties working together, and he'll put America ahead of all the other countries. I want to read to you something from the May 17th edition of The Economist. Okay. The industry, meaning crypto, has also developed a grubby relationship with the executive branch of America's government that outstrips that of Wall Street or any other industry. Crypto has become the ultimate swamp asset. Okay, you make a statement, but what? That's The Economist. What holds that? What? Anybody can make a statement. What is that behind? All you're having is you have a President Trump that actually brought bright minds from Silicon Valley that understand this better, like a David Sachs and others, that are going to start helping legislators on how to craft legislation. That's not swampy. That's making sure America's ahead of the other countries. That's actually putting regulation around something that isn't today. That's actually cleaning up the swamp. Should they not be profiting from it while they're in government? How are they profiting from it? Well, the Trump meme coin, two companies, well, only 8% of it have made more than $300 million since January. Well, the meme coins, I really don't
look at those. Look, I think the only one that really sustains itself long term is Bitcoin itself, right? And you watch it. There's been a lot of different ones. The Ripples, the others have moved up, moved down, and it's a risk. It's like a different stocks than others. I think you put structure around it, you put regulation around it, so everybody understands, and they're not buying it to try to think it's going to go up one day and real down the next day. Stabilization.
Thus ends our midterm oral exam on cryptocurrency with you, Kevin McCarthy.